Today we are going to discuss about 6th August PAB news analysis. Today's news are more about agriculture related news. One is about India Water Resources Information System India WRIS, and about another one is about Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. We'll discuss one by one. India Water Resource Information System WRIS. The Ministry of Jal Shakti has launched a new version of the Indian Resource Information System WRIS with new functionalities and features open to the public and accessible through the web portal www.indiawris.government.in. This portal contains information related to water resources through dashboards for rainfall, water levels and discharge of rivers, water bodies, groundwater levels, reservoir storages, evapotranspiration and soil moisture, as well as modules on water resources projects, water bodies, hydromet data availability, and tools for GIS layer editing. Water is the key to life and development. Judicious use of water resources assumes utmost importance, particularly when increasing population, urbanization, and related development creates additional pressure on available resources. Good planning of any resources requires a strong database and a reliable information system, and India WRS is the solution for it. Its objectives to collate available data from various sources, generate new databases of countries' water resources, organize in standardized GIS format, and provide a thin client scalable web enabled information system, and also to provide easier and faster access and sharing of nationality consistent and authentic water resources data through a centralized database and application server to all water resources departments, organizations, professionals, and other stakeholders for integrated water resources management IWRM, to provide tools to create value added maps by way of multi layer stacking of GIS databases so as to provide integrated view to the water resources issues, and also to provide foundation for advanced modeling purposes and future spatial decision support system SDSS, including a automated data collection system. And second important news is about Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Ministry of Agriculture funding startups under the Innovation and Agri Entrepreneurship component of Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana in 2020-21. In addition to 112 startups already funded for a sum of 1185.90 lakhs, 234 startups in the agriculture and allied sectors will be funded for a sum of rupees 2485.85 lakhs. The Union government accords very high priority to the agriculture sector in order to contribute directly and indirectly to enhancing the income of farmers by providing opportunities to them and to provide employment to youth. Startups are being encouraged. A component innovation and agri entrepreneurship development program has been launched under RKVY in order to promote innovation and agri entrepreneurship by providing financial support and nurturing the incubation systems. These startups are various categories such as agroprocessing, artificial intelligence, digital agriculture, farm mechanism, waste to wealth, dairy fisheries, etc. 24 RKVY RAFTAR, remunerative approach for agriculture and allied sectors regeneration agribusiness incubators or ABIs from across the country have also been appointed. Thus, funds will be released in installments. The startups were trained for 2 months at 29 agro business incubation centers spread across India. The startups will lead to employment to youth. Besides, they directly and indirectly will contribute to enhancing the income of farmers by providing opportunities to them. All about RKVY Raftar program. Rashtriya Krisha Vikas Yojana was launched as central sector scheme in 2007 to provide support to various kinds of interventions in agriculture sector to achieve 4% annual growth in agriculture. In this umbrella scheme, the state are allowed to choose their own agriculture and allied sector development activities as per the district state agriculture plan. On the basis of experience and feedback from states, the government has revamped the scheme as RKVY Raftar remunerative approaches for agriculture and allied sector regeneration. RKVY has enabled adoption of National priorities. Without affecting the autonomy and flexibility of states through sub-schemes. National priority schemes are bringing green revolution to Eastern India, crop diversification program, reclamation of problem soil, foot and mouth disease control program, saffron mission, and accelerated fodder development program, etc., are being implemented through the window of RKVY. The objectives of RKVY. The key aim of the scheme is to make farming a remunerative economic activity through strengthening the farmers' efforts, risk mitigation, and promoting agribusiness entrepreneurship via creation of agri infrastructure. Also, to provide flexibility and autonomy to states. That is most important point, to make plans and execute as per their local needs. To promote value chain addition linked production models that will help farmers increase their income as well as encourage production or productivity. To mitigate risk of farmers with focus on additional income generation like integrated farming, mushroom cultivation, beekeeping, aromatic plants cultivation, floriculture, etc. Also to attend national priorities through several sub-schemes to empower youth through skill development innovation and agri entrepreneurship based agri models that attract them to agriculture. The most important part, financial allocation. The financial centers and state share expenditure in the scheme as on 60 is to 40 ratio. The ratio is 90 is to 10 between northeastern states and Himalayan states as per this scheme. What makes RKVY Raftar unique? It is a state plan scheme. The eligibility of state for the RKVY is contingent upon the state maintaining or increasing the state plan expenditure for agriculture and allied activities. The baseline expenditure is determined based on the average expenditure incurred by the state government during the 3 years prior to the previous years. The preparation of the district and state agricultural plan is mandatory under the scheme. Convergence with other programs such as MG Narega is the most important. If the state lowers its investment in the subsequent years and goes out of the RKVY basket, then the balance resources for completing the projects already commenced would have to be committed by the states. It is an incentive scheme, hence allocations are not automatic. It will integrate agriculture and allied sectors comprehensively. It will give high level of flexibility to the states. Projects with definite timelines are highly encouraged. Thanks for watching IABS IAS Academy's YouTube channel. Please subscribe the channel for our daily PIB AAR Hindu news analysis. Thank you.